Sally Field was born Sally Margaret Field on November 6, 1946, in Pasadena, California, into a family already intertwined with the entertainment world. Her mother, Margaret Field, was a working actress, while her stepfather, Jock Mahoney, built a reputation as both an actor and a respected stuntman. Growing up around film sets and rehearsals gave Field an early education in the realities of show business, the excitement, the uncertainty, and the relentless discipline required to survive. Southern California's creative atmosphere nurtured her imagination, but it also exposed her to pressure at a young age. Unlike many children who dream of Hollywood from afar, Field lived inside it, absorbing lessons that would later shape her resilience. These formative years quietly prepared her for a career that would demand reinvention, courage, and emotional honesty far beyond her early fame. Television fame and the struggle to be taken seriously. Sally Field's rise to fame began in the mid-1960s when she starred in the television series Gidget, a lighthearted show that quickly made her a household name. Though the series lasted only one season, her cheerful, relatable performance captured public affection. She soon followed it with The Flying Nun, portraying the optimistic Sister Bertrill in a role that leaned heavily into whimsy. While these shows brought popularity, they also boxed her into a narrow image. Field later admitted that the sweetness audiences loved became a professional limitation. Determined to break free from stereotypes, she pursued rigorous acting training, including work at the Actors Studio. This period marked a quiet turning point. Behind the scenes, she was reshaping her identity, preparing to prove that her talent extended far beyond sitcom charm. Reinvention through courage and craft. Field's transformation into a respected dramatic actress did not happen overnight, but her perseverance paid off in the 1970s. Her role in the television film Sybil demanded emotional depth, discipline, and vulnerability, showcasing a range that surprised critics and audiences alike. The performance earned her an Emmy Award and permanently altered how Hollywood viewed her. No longer dismissed as a former sitcom star, Field emerged as an actress willing to confront difficult material with honesty and restraint. This reinvention was not merely professional, it reflected personal growth, confidence, and a refusal to be defined by early success alone. From this point forward, Field's career was guided less by image and more by intention, setting the stage for some of the most meaningful performances of her generation. An Oscar-winning era of purposeful storytelling. The late 1970s and 1980s marked a golden era for Sally Field, beginning with her Academy Award-winning role in Norma Ray. Portraying a working-class woman who finds her voice as a labor activist, Field delivered a performance rooted in empathy and quiet strength. The role resonated deeply, reflecting her ability to humanize complex social struggles. She later earned a second Oscar for Places in the Heart, a film that explored resilience during the Great Depression. Her acceptance speech, remembered for its raw sincerity, became iconic because it felt genuine rather than rehearsed. During this period, Field established herself not just as an award-winning actress, but as a storyteller drawn to characters defined by dignity, perseverance, and emotional truth. Balancing stardom, motherhood, and private life. Away from the screen, Sally Field's life was equally layered. Her first marriage to Stephen Craig coincided with the early years of her career, and together they welcomed two sons, Peter and Eli. Motherhood became a grounding force, offering purpose beyond professional achievement. Even as her marriage ended, Field remained deeply committed to raising her children with stability and care. Later, her relationship with Burt Reynolds captured public attention, blending romance with professional collaboration. Though the relationship ultimately ended, it remained a meaningful chapter marked by affection and growth. Field later married producer Alan Greisman, with whom she had her third son, Sam. Across these chapters, Field demonstrated resilience, choosing growth over bitterness and family over spectacle. A career defined by longevity and integrity. As decades passed, Sally Field continued to evolve rather than retreat. She delivered memorable performances in films like Steel Magnolias, Forrest Gump, and Mrs. Doubtfire, each role adding new dimensions to her legacy. On television, she earned acclaim for Brothers and Sisters, proving that her emotional depth translated seamlessly across formats. She also embraced theater, earning praise for her stage work, which demanded vulnerability without the safety net of retakes. In later years, her portrayal of Mary Todd Lincoln earned another Academy Award nomination, reinforcing her relevance well into her 60s and 70s. Field's longevity is not accidental. It reflects discipline, curiosity, and a refusal to coast on past success. The unique bond with Robin Williams. One of the most heartfelt reflections of Field's later years involves her relationship with Robin Williams, her co-star in Mrs. Doubtfire. While audiences speculated about romance, Field clarified that their bond was deeper and more nuanced. She described Williams as brilliant, generous, and emotionally complex, someone whose humor masked profound sensitivity. Working together created a rare trust, allowing both actors to bring authenticity to their roles. Field has spoken openly about missing him and wishing she had expressed her appreciation more fully while he was alive. Her reflections are not confessions of regret, but reminders of how deeply meaningful creative partnerships can be. Williams remains, in her words, a luminous presence marked by kindness and humanity. Honesty, reflection, and emotional maturity. With age has come a willingness for Sally Field to speak candidly about her life without dramatization or self-pity. In her memoir, In Pieces, she explored personal challenges with clarity and compassion, emphasizing growth rather than hardship. She acknowledged periods of uncertainty and emotional searching during her youth, framing them as part of a broader journey toward self-understanding. Rather than presenting struggle as damage, Field described it as a teacher, one that shaped her empathy and artistic depth. Her openness resonates because it avoids blame or sensationalism. Instead, it offers perspective, reminding readers that clarity often arrives slowly, shaped by time, reflection, and lived experience. Advocacy, family, and personal values. Beyond acting, Field has used her voice to support causes close to her heart, particularly those involving family, inclusion, and dignity. She has spoken proudly of her children and publicly supported her son Sam, reinforcing her belief in unconditional love. These values are not performative but consistent with the compassion seen throughout her career. Field's advocacy reflects a woman who understands that influence carries responsibility. Rather than seeking attention, she chooses authenticity, aligning her public voice with her private principles. This consistency has strengthened her reputation, not just as a talented actress, but as a person of integrity whose life choices mirror the empathy she brings to her roles. A legacy of truth, grace, and timeless relevance. At 78, Sally Field stands as a testament to endurance, honesty, and artistic courage. Her story is not one of constant triumph, but of thoughtful evolution, embracing change, acknowledging complexity, and valuing connection over acclaim. By sharing her reflections on love, friendship, and creativity, she offers something rare in Hollywood: wisdom without performance. Her legacy extends beyond awards and iconic lines, living instead in the emotional truth she consistently delivered. Field's life reminds us that success is not defined by perfection, but by growth, sincerity, and the willingness to speak openly while there is still time. In doing so, she continues to inspire long after the spotlight fades,